Boom, we're back, and we have another no-gi roll, but this roll is different because you're gonna see what it's like when I'm exhausted from my mistress, La Rona. This time I'm going up against Zach, the purple belt, and I am a 16-stripe blue belt on the left. Remember, if you want rash guards like the one I am wearing, you can get yours from xmartial.com using my link in the description to save some money. And quickly to answer this question, no, I was not currently positive for La Rona, but I was still tired from when I did have it. Now I have a body lock on Zach, and I want to make sure I can lift him up with this first so I can set up the next part of the takedown, which is a nice trip. Once I get this trip on Zach, I'm landing in his guard, and I'm already making a big mistake because you're going to see I do not have the best decision-making skills in this roll. My big mistake is I'm using an underhook on his left arm, but I'm stuck in his butterfly guard. This is stretching me out so much that not even Johnny Sins would want to have me as a partner. I'm trying to push his knee down, but he's doing a nice job maintaining wrist control. Again, because I have this underhook, it's easy for him to grab the wrist, and I'm at constant threat of being in a triangle. Thankfully, I still have a fairly good posture. He's not able to break me down, and anytime his leg comes up over my shoulder, I can easily bring my head back up. Now, as I'm pondering, trying to think about what John Danaher told me to do in this position, Zach is still continuing to work. He's grabbing my wrist and he wants to pull me into the closed guard. However, I want to free my wrist before I can advance to any other position because you always want to have the best grips available before you move on. Now, we're going to do my question of the day early in this video so everybody can make sure to comment and let me know the answer. My question today is, what challenges should I do during rolls so things are more exciting? For example, I could roll blindfolded. Not a very hard task, but it's certainly something I could do. Or maybe I pair up two white belts and the loser has to eat a ghost pepper. Something along those lines. Let me know some good suggestions in the comments below what you guys think would make for some great YouTube content. The challenges can be either funny or really difficult, but any suggestions I'm welcome to hear. Now I'm trying to pass Zach's guard, but he's doing a good job shoving me to the other side, so I have to try and insert my knee once again. Once I can bring my leg up, I am going to insert it so I can try and staple his leg to the ground. Zach makes a mistake by going for an underhook, and as he does this, I bring my right leg up and I go over his leg to pass the guard. Now he's trying to bring his knee back in, but I am grabbing the head, so it's going to be very difficult for him to push me back into the guard while his neck is being attacked this easily. My right leg had a bit of a hiccup, so I used my baby-making hips to sprawl out on his leg, and I'm able to pass easily and push him into side control, and I wrap up his head at the same time. Then I'm going to use a very interesting grip, which is generally used in foreplay. I'm going for his throat and I'm pushing against him so I can keep his head planted on the mat. Now I'm not trying to catch any domestic violence charges, so I'm not pressuring his esophagus too much. I just want to make sure that his head is stuck on the mat, and you should definitely add this same move to your game of jiu-jitsu or at home. The next part of my 3-point assault attack is that I wanted to go to mount, and I'm trying to bring my leg over his hips, but he's doing a nice job pushing against me. And as he's pushing against me, he's going to roll towards his knees and go towards front head. But that's great for me because I love front head, and I'm easily going to transition around front head to take his back, and I'm going to start threatening him with an oil check. Zach, however, is very clever and he's used to the oil check on Wednesdays. Because of this, as I throw my hook in, he's going to roll at the same time, and we're going to have to rain check the oil check for another time. Now I'm looking for an inverted heel hook on Zach, and watching this back, I definitely could have finished this if I just rolled through with them and applied a lot more pressure. However, there's no need to try and explode on an inverted heel hook. That will definitely ruin someone's day in more ways than one. One thing I didn't know about Zach is that he has a toe fetish. He stuck my toe in his gi strings from his pants, and then we had to take that out and reset, which was probably unfortunate for him, but I didn't want to see what he likes to do in his free time. Now we're resetting in this position. He decides to start on his butt, so I'm going to pull his head down and start looking towards the guillotine as I always do. Even if you can't choke them with the guillotine, it's great to add some guillotine pressure to their day so you can easily flatten them out and have them thinking about all sorts of attacks at any given time. You can tell that Zach has some experience being choked because he's doing a lot of hand fighting. Most people act like when you're in a guillotine there's no way to defend this because they don't ever attack the hands, they just try and tap out as soon as possible. Zach is able to free himself from the choke, and then he's going to be pushing on my leg. He wants to try and go up towards front head, and as he does this, I'm happy to oblige because like I said, front head is one of my favorite positions to be in, whether it's on top or on bottom. Now he's grabbing my leg, but he's making it very easy to sprawl it on the arm, so he has to let go, and he's going to try and roll the guard again. I'm not able to trap his wrist in time, and that's why it's so easy for him to keep rolling. However, this time I make sure I have a strong base so he's not going to be able to move too much, and then we're going to get into this great scramble, which I love to do. I want to make sure that I sit my butt to the mat as fast as possible so he has to come up into me. However, when he comes up, he's going into an easy reversal. I grab the head similar to a guillotine, flip him over, go towards an anaconda grip until I decide to let go, and then I maintain top control. I definitely should add more anacondas to my game because I had everything set up perfectly. I don't have the longest arms, so the choke isn't always there for me, but that doesn't mean I can't get better at it, so hopefully you'll see in some future rolls I'll be going for more anacondas against lower skilled opponents. I'm happy to see that Zach isn't too inactive on bottom, because that was his last girlfriend's largest complaint. He's able to set me up in this interesting pinch position, and then he's going out towards front head to escape for a split second until I grab an underhook, and then I use a knee pick to shove him back down to his back. For a gym that they train at where it's called Takedown, I don't see nearly enough wrestling experience from all the guys here. I'm sure Zach will get better at it in the future, but for right now, it's an easy way to win most battles. Now I'm shoving the knee down because I was in half guard and I had the underhook, so I might as well take the free pass into side control. Zach is trying to hook my leg, but it's very easy just to switch my hips for a second so he no longer has my foot controlled, and I can settle in this nice side control position before deciding what attack I'd like to go to. Zach has had enough time under other men that he knows that you can't stay flat on your back because you won't be able to be a true power bottom in that position. Due to this, he's getting on his side, and being on your side means that you're able to move, and he's trying to go towards the front head once again, but I'm going to go for a quick guillotine inversion. I grab the chin and I flip him over, trying to get into mount so I can finish the submission on him. However, I definitely should have waited and I was a little too impatient. His chin wasn't able to come up enough, so I wasn't able to complete any submission, and now he's being able to work out and grab half guard once again. You can definitely tell I did not have the best decision making skills on this day. However, I still wanted to roll, so even if I wasn't doing my best, I still had to make sure to get in some more training. Zach is stuck on bottom on his back, and he knows what that means. He's about to see my 2% Congo, and he's not gonna like it. Due to this, he's gonna push my leg, and he wants to get out of this position as fast as possible. He's setting up an X guard, and I'm gonna show you how I beat his X guard. The first step is that I know he wants to extend my leg, so I'm putting a lot of pressure towards his neck. I'm also grabbing his left arm, and if I can grab this arm, that means he can't grab my ankle with that arm to get an easy sweep. Then I'm going to lace up a Kimura. Once I have this Kimura laced up, it's very easy to settle a lot of weight on his chest, over his shoulder, and put him in danger of a submission, so the X guard is no longer an issue for me. However, because I can only bench the bar, I don't have enough strength to rip this Kimura out on Zach, and I'm just going to have to let it go and try and advance my position. A key part of good positioning is I want to know where my head is, and I always keep my head close to his so I can shove it against his chin, or place it in the center of his chest so I can keep him on the ground. Now this may not be my best looking roll to watch, but at least we're both still working. I was exhausted and he felt pretty tired too, but we have to make sure that we train even on our bad days. Training when you're not at your best will allow you to focus more on the technique because you're not able to get submissions nearly as easily as you would have liked. I definitely could have got to more guillotines if I felt better, but it's more important that my technique continues to improve. He does lunge into me one last time and I wrap his head up with a guillotine, but this is bringing us towards the end of the round. If you appreciate the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget, you can get some great looking gear from xmartial.com, and they just got new stuff that came out recently. So make sure to check out that link in my description, and thank you all my current viewers and patrons. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching the video.